Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time since I've shot a YouTube video and I'm so excited to be here. I'm shooting after a very long time and I've missed YouTube, I've missed you guys, so I'm back with another video. Today's video is gonna be a girl talk video, so I've asked people to send in their girl talk questions, advices, whatever they want to ask, and I'm gonna try my best and reply to all of them with, of course, my personal experience. And I'm not a professional, obviously, so this is just for entertainment purposes. So I have some questions with the question tag on Instagram. I don't usually use that tag for people to send in questions because not many people respond. They want to be anonymous and they cannot be anonymous on Instagram, so I use the link to, I don't know how to pronounce it, the qme.com. so that link stopped working, so I have a few questions from them and I have a few questions from the Instagram question tag. So yeah, let's get started without any further.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
So we're gonna start with the questions. I have a lot of questions. I have 56 questions, so I don't think I'll be able to answer all 56 in one question. So I think what I'm gonna do is try and make a part 2 of this video, so if I do, stay tuned. So yeah, let's start. I'm going in no particular order, just whatever the order of questions I have saved, I'm gonna go vaise. So yeah, the first question is, what do you feel about periods? I mean, being a girl, I think it's very normal, and it is very normal. It's a cycle, it's unavoidable, you cannot do anything to avoid that, and I think it's very necessary to keep a girl's body healthy. So yeah, I mean, I do not get grossed out by periods, but there are times where I get like really pissed at them, and they're like really irritating. So many mood swings, so many cravings, so much of pain. It is a task, but it's natural and it's fine. The next question is, how do you maintain distance from people whom you're attached to but they're toxic? So first of all, I think try to detach yourself as soon as possible. Like, if you can, I know it can be a very hard task, and I know it's like very difficult to detach yourselves from toxic people, especially when you're like so close to them, but try detaching yourself. If you can't get rid of them, if you can't cut them off, then the best thing you can do next is to not get bothered by whatever they say. Like, if they're saying shit, you need to ignore that. Like, that's the best you can do, because toxic people are gonna have a lot of opinions on your life. They are gonna like get bothered by you and blah blah. So what the best you can do is ignore and not get affected, not believe them. The next is, what is that one thing that you want everyone to know, like an advice? So okay, the one thing that I wish everyone knows is that people are gonna leave. It's a very hard truth bomb which I have not made terms with yet, but everyone does leave, and the only person you have by yourself is yourself. So I think you should focus on yourself. I know it's very difficult, it's difficult for me too, and I haven't reached there yet, but this is one thing that is going to be constant in everyone's life, no matter what, that people do leave. How to deal with people talking behind your back and giving their opinions? You don't deal with it at all. You need to ignore. People are gonna talk no matter what. Everyone's gonna talk. Even your bestest friends are gonna talk, and the best you can do is just like ignore them. So you don't have to deal with it. What should be the biggest deal breaker to see if it's toxic? I think loyalty is the biggest deal breaker in any relationship, any friendship. The moment they turn their backs on you, it's over. I think that's the biggest deal breaker for me. How to start being happy with your own company and spending me time? I think I'm the wrong person to ask this, because I've been struggling with being alone, and I cannot be alone all the time. Like, I do need company, but I'm still learning, I'm in the process. So I think being happy in your own company, the first step is accepting that you are all you have. Acceptance is key. So once you start accepting everything the way it is, you're gonna start loving your life. How to love yourself? As I said, acceptance is key, and just like have a it is what it is mindset. Like, that's the best you can do. What do you do to motivate yourself when you're very low and dull? I think music helps me come out of any situation, any feeling, any kind of loneliness that I'm feeling. Music helps me. Talking to a friend helps me. Watching movies, making reels, I think that's what it's come to. How to feel better in your own skin considering the high beauty standards of society? I'm gonna stick to one thing: acceptance, and not everything that everyone posts is real. People don't post their lows on Instagram, they don't post their lows on social media, they only post when they're feeling good, when they're feeling their highs. So you need to accept that everybody has a low point in their life. Maybe this is yours. And talking about society standards, I think it's just a like freaking standard. There's nothing you can do about it. Acceptance, that's all. What if you're in a position where you are the girl best friend and your best friend's girlfriend doesn't really like you? How do you deal with that? I think oh my god, I think the best you can do is make your peace with the fact that the girlfriend doesn't like you, and it's basically up to the best friend, the boy best friend, for how much importance he gives you. And if you feel unwanted in any position, in any situation, any friendship, any relationship, then I think you should make your way out of it. Like, you should not stay anywhere forcibly. So if you're not wanted, just like get out of it. What advice would you give to someone who's dealing with being insecure of her body? Again, acceptance, and I think start loving yourself the way that you are. Start saying affirmations. That helped me a lot. Look yourself in the mirror and say beautiful things about your body, say positive things about yourself. That's gonna help you a lot. So like self-talk, positive attitude, that's gonna help yourself. And if you really are sick of your body, if you really want to do something, then start working out. I think that's what's helping me, because then you'll know that you're doing all you can. How do you handle your mood swings? I think I can't. I like literally start complaining about everything. I'm a very bad handler of mood swings, but yeah, I'm really the wrong person to ask this. When did you wax your arms, legs for the first time? I think when I was in 8th standard, I think when I was in the 8th standard. But then I think I waxed only for a year or 6 months, and then I just switched to shaving. I still shave my body. I don't wax because I think it's a huge task and I cannot wait for that long to remove hair. So yeah. What to do if you feel your boyfriend is embarrassed of you? I think you should talk to him about it. I think you should talk and try to understand why he's behaving this way. But if he doesn't embrace you, if he doesn't show you off, then I think you deserve better. You're worth it. What to do to have a glow up? Self-positivity, like love yourself, positive self-talk. I don't know, man. It just happens. Like, it'll happen when the time is right. All you need to do is have your confidence, because I think the biggest glow up that anybody can have is confidence. Tips for discovering ourselves. I don't know in what sense you mean that, but just spend a lot of time with yourself. I think that's how you know the real you. If you're in company, I think it's very easy to get influenced by people if you're surrounded by people all the time. But if you're alone, if you start spending time with yourself, I think that's how you're gonna discover yourself. How do you deal with period cramps? I don't have that many cramps. Touch wood, I'm very lucky, and my periods last only for 3 days. But that heating pad, whatever it's called, like the heat pad, that helps me a lot, and having warm water helps me a lot. What's your morning routine like? My morning routine turns into an afternoon routine, because I wake up. I know it's not a very good habit, but I wake up, I'm always on my phone, I have my tea, and then I get dressed, and also there's literally no routine. I want to have my first kiss, but I'm so afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you like the person, if you're sure about the person, then go for it. It's like a very, very beautiful feeling. My dad thinks roaming around with boys is wrong. How shall I explain? I think all you can do is just give him reassurance that you're not doing anything wrong. They're just your friends, and yeah, I mean, spending time with friends is not wrong. So you just need to sit and have a conversation with him, and I'm sure he'll understand. What does love feel like? In one word, heaven. Butterflies. How do we make sure that he or she is the one for us? I think there's no particular way of making sure if a person is the right person for you, but if he is or if she is, you'll just know. Like, there'll be this voice inside your head that'll tell you that he's the one or she's the one. You'll just know. Biggest turn on and turn off for most girls, I think bad smell is a very, very bad turn off. Good smell is a turn on, obviously. Personality is a turn on. Like, if you're very handsome, if you're hot, but you don't have that personality, I think it's gonna be a turn off. So I think the biggest turn ons for me is good smell and personality, and then the opposite turn offs. How to be confident? Acceptance, love yourself, embrace yourself, every little thing that you do. Don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed. I think you should be proud of every single thing that you do, the way you do it, why you do it, and I think that's how the confidence is gonna pop out. How do you wax down there? I don't wax, I shave. When do you get to know that you can lose your virginity? I think there's no particular age. Obviously not when you're too young, you're yourself gonna regret it, but there's no particular age. It's just with the right person at the right time, you'll know. So yeah, I want to get rid of my friends for my mental growth, but something has driven me to keep holding on. What should I do? You should start prioritizing what you want and what you don't want. If your mental growth is your priority, then do whatever is the needful. If being with your friends is your priority, then you know what to do. So I think making a priority list is going to help you the most, and obviously mental growth should be a priority above toxic friends. So don't hold on. You're always going to have that feeling of holding on to something, but you know you're going to feel better when you get rid of them. So just like go ahead, try it. Nothing is permanent, everything is just temporary. So the pain that you'll feel after letting them go is also going to be temporary. But what's the biggest lesson life has taught you? I think one, as I told, nobody is going to stay. No matter how hard it is to accept that, it is the truth. Nobody is going to stay. And second, the more confident you get, the more you're going to enjoy life to its fullest. What is an unusual fear you have? So I don't want to contradict myself, but I always have this fear that the person I get close to is gonna leave. It is also a fact, but it's just like very, very, it just makes me so scared that I sometimes feel like not getting attached to anybody at all, because I just have this fear that they're gonna leave one day anyways. As you said, you used to get affected by people making comments, etc. about you. How did you overcome that and suddenly have an I don't care attitude towards negativity? Confidence, self-talk. I know that what I'm doing is right. I know that it's what I want to do. So after a point, after an extent, nothing really bothers you that much. Like, it's just a matter of time before you start ignoring all the comments. So just be happy with what you are, work towards your goals, do what you want to do, and then those comments won't really matter. When did you get your periods for the first time and your experience? Okay, so I was in the 7th grade. Funny story, I was in the 7th grade and it was like dispersal time, like towards the end of the day. Like, it was our last lecture going on and I had gone to the washroom and I figured that I had my periods. So I went to the coordinator of our grade at that time. I'm not gonna name her, but oh my god, I think most of the people know who I'm talking about. So she was really okay, I shouldn't say, but yeah, so I went to her and I told her that I got my period, so like give me a pad or something. And then she was like, it's the last lecture anyway, you don't need anything, you're just gonna go home. And I was feeling so scared because it was my first time. All my friends had gone home. It was like literally dispersal. I was the only one left back in the school and I was so scared of what's gonna happen. I was so embarrassed. And I don't know if I maybe could have stained my skirt or my pants or something. So I was like literally so scared, and I went to her and I was like, please give me a pad or something, I don't know what to do. And I like literally started crying and she was like, you don't need a pad, you're just gonna go home like that. And then she sent me home, and that was like really rude of her. But yeah, that was my first experience with periods. What to do if a boy I like doesn't like me back? Move on. I know it's difficult, I know sometimes I contradict myself, but this is the right thing to do. Move on. If they don't like you back, they don't deserve you, and it's their loss. if you wanna stay, but just make sure it doesn't affect you. Hey guys, so that was it for today's video. Oh my god, just stop. Yeah, so that was it for today's video. I had a lot of fun answering these questions. I know a lot of questions weren't that juicy, so we'll try and make it a little more juicy for the next time, but I am for sure making a part 2. So that's the end for part 1, and I'm so happy to finally get back on track with YouTube. Just stop it. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get back on track very soon. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have any more girl talk questions. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.
I got pretty like a girl, and he got vice.